This is a great upsell. When you clean and do paver sealing, this is a way that we can get a high ticket and make quite a bit of money off of this. And so this little pavement job here was, I think we're what, 400 square feet, 500 square feet, about 500 square feet. And we bid this at, he bid it at $1,700. Is that correct?
Yeah, $1,687.
So almost $1,700 is what this little 500 square foot, so it's over $3 a square foot to clean, seal, and to sand. So this is a great way to get our average ticket up. And this was a customer that he did the house wash on it and upsold the Paver Pavio. It took 4 bags of sand. We did do the color sand, that's because they want it, so it does kind of make the pavers pop a little bit more versus just using the sand that is just in there, that's sand. So this is some things that we can look at and when we're doing this and do that. Now the issue with doing color sand a lot of time is you better have a place that's local. We actually bought it and shipped it in and we thought we ran out. And so these are some things that you might want to look at and can think about when we're doing it. Yes, the color sand looks good and makes it really pop, and we'll see when it's sealed, and I'll show some more obviously. But you can see here that it is definitely some things that you want to look at. So this will look good once it's done. So once we get all the sand off, again, we want to make sure there's no sand left on top of the brick. Like right here, you can see there's a little bit of sand. We want to make sure all that sand is off the top of that. And the best way to do that is what we're doing right now, of just kind of putting a nice water layer, not using your pressure washer and blowing it all everywhere, but just a nice layer of water just to remove that sand. Once the sand is off, then we will start the sealing. Then we will put the sealer down on it. We are using Trident sealer. It's called Hurricane Cat 5, I believe it is what we are putting on this. And so it's going to make this look amazing. We will be putting 2 coats on there, so that way the 2 coats will help make it look really good. So the 2 coats will make it really pop. The first coat will make it kind of just what it is right now. It's kind of a dollar. And then that second one will actually make it nice and shiny. Now, some people may ask if it's going to be slick or not. No, it's not going to be slick. It will be, you know, as long as the pavers aren't slick before we put the sealer on, it's not going to put that much of a shiny coat on it that it's going to make it like an ice skating rink out here. So that is just some things that you might be concerned about doing when we are doing paver patios. That was one of the customers' concerns, is it was going to be too slippery. And so, you know, we're going to address that and hit that and do that. One thing too, you might want to hit that grill over there just to help make it not look like crap. Get rid of some of the sand. That can be some customers. We got some on the wood here. And so when we're cleaning up, you know, when we're doing this with the water, we can just knock that down real quick and make it go off real easy. And so that's some things that you might want to look at doing there. But again, we're just sitting there. He's just trying to get a little bit more cleaning of the sand off of it. So that way it's definitely, you know, doing that kind of thing. But again, don't forget, paver patios and sealing is a great upsell. This is a way to get those $1,000, $2,000 tickets. A lot of times, you know, we had a minimum of $1,000 to do this stuff, because time you pay for the sealer and all of that and the sand. We actually made this a 2-day job. You can do it in a 1-day if you wanted to, but this is actually a 2-day job is what we've done this in. So this is, you know, so 2 days for $1,700. Now, total time, we were here about 2 hours yesterday, and we'll probably be here about 2 hours, 3 hours a day. So total time, we're looking at about 5 hours. So that's kind of where we're at for that. Now, the cost for the sealer and the sand, we were at $800, but the sealer, we should be able to get another job out of that sealer. Obviously, we'll have to get more sand, but that sealer should give us at least 1 more job, if not 2 more jobs. So those are some things that you might think about that sealer. Yes, it's more expensive, but sometimes it will last us for more than one job. So these are some things that you might think about when we're doing patio pavers. And so it does look good now. The prep is definitely very important. We do not want sand on top of our brick. If we get sand on top of our brick, like right here where my foot's showing, what happens is somebody will come along and kick it, and now we'll have a dead spot. So it is important in the prep side of making sure that all the sand is off of the sealant or off of the pavers. Another thing that we need to look in this patio didn't have it is we want to make sure that it doesn't have efflorescence. Efflorescence sometimes can be where the pavers get water down into the pavers, and then the salt sits in there and they turn white, and it'll sometimes look like it has sealer on them, but it's actually just what it is. So we don't have no efflorescence on there. If we have efflorescence on it, we want to use something like a Trident calls it whitewash. I don't know what it is, but it will help remove any efflorescence. We've got to be careful that we don't use that stuff too much because we can cause efflorescence. So these are some things that we want to look at doing this so that way we don't cause efflorescence.
You didn't have rust on it.
We did have a piece of rust stain on it. It was over here. I can't even tell where it is now. Oh, there's just a little bit of a haze right there on that brick. It was from the chairs or the table. And so we actually cleaned the rust stain off of it. So that way, it makes it look really good. I actually did a whole video on that of removing the rust. So that is something that if you want to go check that video out, you will. I'll put a link in the description at the very end. But again, this is definitely a great way to get an upsell. This is how we can get our average ticket up from, just a little bit to a whole lot. And that's our goal, is to get our tickets up. Our goal shouldn't be to just go out there and make money. Our goal is just to get by. Our goal should be go out there to make money, to make profit. And yes, I said the word profit. Paying you whatever is left over on a job is not considered profit. So we're going to make sure that we're making money so that way you can grow your business and you can be successful. It takes more to grow your business than just getting one job. Even this job here, we want to take our before pictures, we're taking our after photos, we're taking all of that stuff for marketing. We're doing a Facebook Live here of saying, hey, look at this nasty patio. And then when we're done, we're going to take another Facebook Live. Hey, look at this patio paver we did here in this neighborhood and this time, all of that kind of thing. So that way, when we're doing that, that will help you be able to do the things you need to do to start growing your business. Because if you get patio pavers, there's a good chance you can do the house, the deck, all the driveway, everything like that. So these are the customers that are willing to do this kind of stuff of patio pavers. Those customers are usually willing to do other things. They're usually willing to do the house wash, the roof clean, that. If they're not willing to do the paver cleaning, you might get a house wash out of them, but that's all you're going to get out of them. But if you got somebody willing to spend money to do paver cleaning, that's your customer, because this is your $1,500, $2,000 customers. These are the ones that we want. We want our averages of, because we could do this in one day. You could do this patio paver right here in one day and make, clear about $1,200, $1,400, no problem. And so that is what you want. And that is your goal, to keep growing your business so that way you can be successful. You can do the things you want to do. A lot of times I see people and they don't want to charge, and they charge just enough to make a little bit of money because they think, making $100 is really good. And yes, it's really good, but making $100 isn't going to help us get more of these jobs, isn't going to do the things we need to do.